Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. We're still working on building up an empire in Indonesia at the moment, but for now, we're going to finish out these wars, and I'm actually thinking about doing some political changes. Specifically, I want to get off of national militia. I don't think national militia is very good. And I would love to have either a professional army or mass conscription. I think professional army will overall... Well... It's a pretty distinct difference in total number of battalions, but... I don't know, maybe mass conscription's the way to go. Well, in any case, we need enlistment offices for that. We can queue that in to finish out as soon as we're done with wargaming. So that'll be a bit, but not too long. And that'll be the end of Tier 3 for military. We need to catch up on production, because we're pretty low on production overall. We gotta have pump jacks, because I know we've got some oil sources here in Japan. And before we're able to increase our military production methods further, we're going to need radios. Because here's the thing. The next step forward militarily is NCO training. And to get NCO training, to use the squad infantry method, we need radios. To get radios, we need telephone. Telephones are going to unlock the electrics industries. And electrics industries are a building that, through an alternate production method, produces radios. So that's going to be kind of where we're going to need to go in order to do the expansion we need to do. So yeah, so that's going to be our technological development plan for the moment. Once we get done with these wars, I think we might end up going after Celebes. Our relationship with them is okay. We could potentially get them into the customs union peacefully, but, well, let's see what their market needs. Quite a bit, but not that much. They need lead, sulfur, coal, steel, luxuries, and furniture. So that's what we'll sell to them. Lead, paper, no. Luxuries, coal, steel, coal, and furniture. Iron. They need iron, not steel. My bad. I need to sell iron to the French market. Hold on. That's Banjar. Celebes. This is Celebes. Okay, you don't need steel. In France, you don't need iron. Interesting. A lot of these are unprofitable. Maybe they'll be profitable later on. And we'll see. We'll see what kind of ties this creates with their market. They need sulfur, and clothes, and paper, and wood. Sulfur, clothes, paper, wood. And finally, I want to get closer ties with Pontianak, because I don't want to have to give them an obligation to get them into my customs union. So let's see what else your market wants. You want iron, luxuries. I thought I was trading a bunch of stuff to you. You want iron, luxuries, man-o'-wars, and steel. And grain. Ooh. I will certainly sell you grain. And what about you, Banjar? You need luxuries. You're getting both of those from me, right? Yes. I'll sell you some steel. I'm already selling you steel. I think. Yes. Porcelain. I'll sell you a little bit of porcelain as well. And what do you have to buy? Hardwood. Give me your hardwood. Pontianak, do you have a lot of hardwood to sell? No. No, you do not. Alright, so what does that do? Ooh. We're good with Banjar now, finally. Alright, so, Banjar. You'll do a customs union, but only if we call in our obligation, but that's okay. I'm completely okay with that. Pontianak. Plus 12, that's better. Still, I would like to get an obligation on Pontianak before I bring them fully into the customs union. Already got one on Banjar, and Tidor is in the market, right? Yes, I gave them an obligation in order to get that. And I am bankrolling them to get that back, so that should be fine. Alright. Been a busy week. Forgot I had it on speed 1 there. Banjar is accepted. That makes them part of our customs union, which is very good. Zulu Liberal Revolt, you're doing alright. That's the intelligentsia. Who's running Zulu now? Is it really just entirely the landowners? I think it is. Suboptimal. Right, we're in that situation. Right, and this one's not going to end until it's ended. Communist Java is losing. Very good. I think that might get us an obligation on Java, which would be good. Spherical. You're only in the Union, you're not a tributary yet. But we're very close. There's only slight ideological differences. And those, I believe, can be overcome through diligent pursuit of diplomacy. In terms of our expansions in Korea, we have another 19 months, so that's about a year and a half for that. And Dynam is in the market. Excellent. Potentially get Belgium into my market. There's an interesting idea. Belgium, Greece, El Salvador, Nicaragua, and Spain. You're in the French market. So you're in the French market. Greece, you're in the Italian market. Nicaragua. Oh, this is embarrassing. What? Here we go. I'm like, why can't I figure out... Oh, these are all changed customs union. Hold on. I don't necessarily want to be pilfering after other people's customs unions. Okay. Nobody who can currently join our customs union. And then, of course, there is Australia, who would do it for a Scooby snack, for values of Scooby snack equal to an obligation. So let's go ahead and start bankrolling them. That's going to really help us, hopefully. Because if we can get an obligation, then we can get a customs union. Because I don't want to be giving out too many obligations to medium-sized countries. Got quite a few, but don't necessarily want to be there. And this war is just going to go on until communist Java is completely defeated, which is what it is. Not too worried about that for the moment. Let's take another look at our market. We still need hardwood. Where can we get hardwood from? We were getting hardwood very profitably from Scandinavia for a while. So that's a good thing to have. Oh, interesting. We've got electricity in our market now. Someone else beat us to the punch on that. We could bring in softwood too, although there's not many people who are... Everyone needs wood at this time. Oh. Sikh Empire is having a proletarian revolt in Punjab. Is this Punjab? No, this is Kashmir. This is Punjab. Oh, right. It's not a revolt in Punjab. This country tag becomes Punjab if it becomes a secular state. Well, nope, they're on state religion. I don't know. I've seen that before somewhere, but... Afghanistan. What about you? Cool. Potentially vassalize Afghanistan. I'm slowly making my way towards the Russian market over here. Persia, you're conciliatory, but you're in the Russian market. What if you were in my market instead? Not good. Not good at all. That's for later. We're doing better on coal than we've been doing, which is good. And there's the end of our war. So... Right, Buton is British. Philippine Liberal Revolt. Ooh. This could potentially be useful to me. So Java, does that mean you owe me an obligation now? No. Interesting. Interesting that Java's economy is so much larger than Australia's from a customs union perspective, or from a GDP perspective. Mugwinda now. We are good. So, this liberal revolt in the Philippines. I could technically side with the Philippines And I'm inclined to. What does Spain bring to the table? You're already in a war with Great Britain. Well, a war between Great Britain and Italy. You're on Italy's side following Britain. So, actually, now is a good time to get scrappy with you. And what are you running in terms of military methods? Skirmish and shrapnel. You do have bicycle recon, which I don't have. I'm not going to have siege artillery for another year and a half. But I think now's the time. So, let's go ahead and activate some conscripts, shall we? We'll go where we always tend to go. And we have a couple of different fronts here. There seem to be two fronts in this particular location, and I'm not sure where, but anyway. Kodama, you're my top guy. I'll put you over here near the capital at Manila. And Enomoto, you're also excellent. I'm gonna put you down here. And we'll see how things go. And we'll have my main fleet escort convoys to the front. We'll have another one of my fleets escort convoys, I don't know, to Australia. Spanish-Philippines is damaging relations. That's just fine. I'm not super worried about that. Let's get a couple of our smaller armies into this as well. Java. Java, why would you side with Spain? Huh. Interesting. Oh, okay. Pontianak. What? Oh yeah. Besides Luzon front. I don't know what's going on with this front, so I'm just gonna put a guy there and hope it doesn't become a problem. How's that for military acumen? Let me actually take a look. Cool. A lot of extra influence. Where are you, Spain? Spain does not have much of an army, and I think I can overwhelm them without activating my entire conscript force, so I'm going to not do that. Great Britain's occupied in Buton. That's just fine with us. And the countdown to war is beginning. Spain, let's see what you've got. Oh, interesting. Well, I'm not going to fight Great Britain at this time, although the temptation has never been higher. Dang. Alright, so the enemy's got the advantage on this front, but I'll be there in a week. Again, not entirely sure what territories this front consists of, but hey, it's gone. Cool. We're on our way there. That should be just fine. Okay, interesting. Spain seems to be winning, I guess. Do I have the capacity to put on my... Do I have my military decrees on? I do not. But that's okay. I think that'll be fine. Monument to the Emperor. A statue of Emperor Meiji was commissioned, and it has been suggested it be displayed proudly in Tohoku. Innovative is how you would describe the look on the face of the statue when it smiles down on you. Eyes that flicker in the opposite direction of the sun. Though maybe you're just imagining it. A monument worthy of the Emperor. This radicalizes 2% of pops there, but gives us extra prestige. Or perhaps not everyone wishes to be reminded of the Emperor. This makes the Buddhist monks unhappy. I'm going to go for the prestige. The prestige! The enemy's morale seems to be completely depleted, so I think I'm actually winning this battle. And we're getting more troops all the time because I've got my conscription ramping up. We're for sure winning over here. Well, Spanish Philippines, or Philippine Liberal Revolt, really. Go ahead and have some cash. Here, enjoy my relations. A Dutch capitalist revolt. That's wild. Where does Russia participate? Great, there's education going up. Not here. One of these things maybe here. Shamar. Oh, that's Jabal Shamar over here. Yeah, odd. I'll grab one of my armies and head over to this other front that apparently exists now. I know they're in defeat, but I'm sending them cash as fast as I can. Exile. Let's see how my... I'm thinking about sending more troops, but I'm going to take a look at where I am with my conscription centers. Okay, we're about 1/3 activated here, so actually I'm going to wait on that. Because I still do have significant force parity in a lot of these on a lot of these fronts, and I'm not... Wow, this has been a weird ratio fight this whole time. The enemy has this huge morale loss penalty, but they've still got me kind of 2-to-1 here. Hopefully I'll be able to bring more men next time around. Yep. That is what it is. Killed a lot more guys than them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my armies on defense for the time being. They're about to clash with me, but we're much stronger in defense due to our trenches. Trench infantry is... I know this is going to shock you all, but trench infantry is absurdly strong on defense. Cool. So we have an obligation over Banjar. And Java, you're co-belligerents in this war, right? Let's go ahead and actually have a substantial army. Okay, what is this? Why is there another front over here? Bananas. Absolutely bananas. Hold on. Let's be smart about this. Who am I actually at war with? Obviously Spanish Philippines, and then Java and Pontianak. So, Pontianak, what kind of military do you actually have? Skirmish, no artillery. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to naval invade Pontianak and get them out of the war. So we're going to grab Yoshika Yamamoto for that. And that's going to pop off whenever. I'm not in any kind of rush over there. Black Coats and Feuerbach. Students embracing the aesthetic and attitude of nihilism have become more and more common at Kanto University, and numerous parties have raised concerns about radicalism in academia. The tiny space I occupy is so infinitesimally small in comparison with the rest of space, in which I am not, and which has nothing to do with me, and the period of time in which it has my lot to live is so petty beside the eternity in which I have not been and shall not be, and in this atom, this mathematical point, the blood is circulating, the brain is working and wanting something. Isn't it loathsome? Isn't it petty? The only education these people deserve is from the School of Hard Knocks. This weakens the intelligentsia, and reduces university throughput. Or this is a matter for university authorities. Middle stardom pops and Shikoku become more radical. I don't necessarily want to weaken the intelligentsia, but 2% of pops and Shikoku being radical is not a big deal for me, so that's what I'm going to pick for now. Where are we with our institutions? We're basically good. We got everything we need. Co-belligerent in default. That's not shocking. We have outpaced our enemies for strength on the southern front, and we are winning this battle. So I think I'm going to go ahead and switch back to offense as soon as this battle completes. Financially, we're doing very well, and we can definitely handle continued warfare. And how long? 2 weeks. I said I was just going to let that happen whenever it happens, that naval invasion, but now I'm really eyeballing it. All right, let's get the speed up here because this battle's kind of in its long tail. Alright. Switched over to offense. And go. And we're winning very solidly in the north. I think we can grab this general and pop him over here. Oh boy, it's going to keep telling me that, huh? Are my troops here? They are. We're even on... We're basically even on power and basically even on strength, so I think it's down to battlefield conditions. And where are we with conscription now? Almost half. About 2/3. About 2/3. Interesting. Huh. Jambi. Join my customs union. Excellent. Oops. Well, it is what it is. Mitsune, I'm going to put you in the south, because the south is where we're having trouble. And I think this is our naval invasion here. Interesting. Buton seems to actually be winning its war. Ooh, there's vulcanization. Spain is damaging relations. That's not shocking. Java has bailed out of the war. We are invading Pontianak right now with a much larger army than I thought we were going to be. But no complaints. We are winning the war overall, but only by a little bit. Taxes and torches. In the dead of night, a group of nihilists have committed arson against a government administration in Kyushu, leading to it being severely damaged by fire. You cry out with rage when empty buildings burn, but where are your tears when men and women with full hearts perish from hunger? The perpetrators will rebuild what they destroyed in prison. Minus 25% government admin throughput. Buddhist monks get +1 interest group approval. Japan gets minus 10% authority, bureaucracy. The classrooms will be shuttered until that building is restored. Middle stardom pops in Kyushu become radical. Government administration gets a smaller throughput penalty, but the universities get a big throughput penalty. Makes the Buddhist monks happy, makes the intelligentsia angry. I can live with... I'm going to do the first one. I can live with a bureaucracy penalty because I'm so over on bureaucracy at this point. I think we might be able to get war support protection once we've got control of the rest of the Spanish Philippines. And then I'll be able to be friends with the Philippines. They're in default. Ooh. They'll accept a take on debt. 228k? Obviously. I can make that back in 1 week. Give me an obligation. Wonderful. That's how you do it. And we've still gotten an invasion in Pontianak going here. Very good. That's an advancing front. How long till the battalions get here? Probably we'll be able to take over all of Pontianak before that happens. Nope, I'm wrong. So we have to fight a battle, but there's only 350 of them, so... Philippine Liberal Revolt, you're in... Okay, I don't know what's going on with that, but that's very funny, actually. I'm kind of deeply amused. What does your market need? Everything. It needs liquor, it needs ironclads, it needs fish, it needs luxuries, it needs ammunition. We'll start with those. Fish. Liquor. Luxuries. Ammunition. Ironclads. Alright, what else? Rubber, can't afford to give you that. Guns, engines, artillery, steamers, explosives, sulfur. Guns, engines, artillery, explosives, sulfur. What else? Steamers, that's what it was. You could use clothes as well. Steamers, clothes, and tools. Alright. How exactly did the Spanish Philippines get to be part of the Colombian market? Are you not? You are a puppet of Spain. But Spain is in the Colombian market. You know, good for you, Colombia. You made a customs union and you got Spain in it. Bully for you. That's bananas. I love it. 1 billion out of 10. How's the war going? Our side is losing exhaustion at 2 per week. Cool. Pontianak is bailed. The rest of our army is on its way over. Their side is losing support at 2.8 per week. So we are for sure winning on that. And that's the end of it. Cool. Philippines. How's it going? Let's have... They don't want a trade agreement yet. Interesting. Let's go ahead and... Here's what we'll do. I'm going to absolve our obligation. And then I'm going to offer to take on their debt. Refused. Oh, interesting. Because their attitude towards us is cautious. But I just absolved our obligation. Okay. None of these trade routes is productive anymore. Let's look at what we need again. So you need ironclads, you need silk, you need glass, you need furniture, you need sulfur. Ironclads, silk, glass, furniture, sulfur. Ironclads, silk, glass, furniture, and sulfur. We're already giving them sulfur. Cool. Alright, you also need steamers, lead, opium, and tools. Steamers, opium, lead, and tools. Did I goof this up somehow? I think maybe yes. But we've got very productive trade. So, you want a trade agreement yet? No. Well, that's okay. Alright, beautiful. Pontianak wants into the customs union. Very good. Java, what about you? Weird how they fell into their own... Oh, they fell into their own market because we were in a war. Well, that's a shame. Perhaps I should puppet you. We'll see. We will see. So with the Philippines now in play... Hold on. Oh, interesting. Buton won its own war. That's wild. Well, well, well. This presents an interesting opportunity for Japan, does it not? Let's see, you're a provisional government under a technocratic presidential republic. Well, that sure is interesting. I might just need to vassalize you. You've got actually not that high Not that big of a GDP. But we have large ideological differences. Yeah, I think, let me see, where's our infamy? Our infamy's at 0, we're respectable. What about this business with Korea? We still have a truce with them, but we're almost done with our truce with them, and I can't... Oof, I'm going to accumulate a lot of infamy going after more of Korea. It's a good time to fight, though. On the other hand, in 4 months, it'll be a better time. It's an interesting decision. I'm going to go to the end of the year, put a cut in, and decide about that. Because we do have a few more things. Ideally, I want to wait until China and or Russia are up to some nonsense somewhere else. Maybe if they get into one of these wars, it'll be a good time to try to grab some more of the rest of Korea, really. I want everything. The Great Molasses Flood. A storage tank? Ooh, trade agreement. Yes. Philippines, I would love a trade agreement. A storage tank full to the brim with molasses intended for rum distillation has burst, flooding the streets of Nagoya's commercial center, killing dozens and injuring hundreds of bystanders. The molasses, waist deep, covered the streets and swirled and bubbled about the wreckage. Here and there struggled a form. Whether it was an animal or a human being was impossible to tell. Only an upheaval, a thrashing about in the sticky mass, showed where any life was. Close the distilleries while the wreckage gets cleared. Ooh, can't do that. One must tragedy must not stop progress. Bunch of radicals in Chubu. I gotta take the radicals. It is what it is. Does that actually change my... not really. Alright, excellent. Glad we lived on that. How is job creation going in Korea? Gotten unemployment pretty significantly down. We've developed a lot of resource and a lot of agricultural and a lot of resource industry over here. So that's very good. Pleased with that. Anyway, we fought a war in the Philippines. We've been doing some more political maneuvering in Indonesia. It's been an episode. I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun. And I'll see you all on the other side.